In the wise words of the great Kobe Bryant, if you're afraid to fail, then you're probably going to fail. Today, I present to you another solo Cash Cup video, but this one is very unlike the rest, as I played with the most confidence I've ever had. This time, to qualify for the finals, we need to end our opens with 62 points, which is lower than usual due to Fortnite disabling the island capture and tower capture points for this week. Really quickly, before we jump into the games, I wanted to give a thank you and shout out to Sean Willis for purchasing a shirt from the JCM merch site and for having a positive impact on the community. We're still going for that like goal of 5,000 likes, so if possible, that would be insane. I know that you guys can do it. Also, a quick reminder that on this Friday, September 22nd at 3 p.m. Central Time, I will be dropping a video where I announce my new org that I'm joining, and it is super hype, so be sure that you're subscribed with notifications turned on so that you guys do not miss any of it. I've already seen some of you guys guess it in the comments, and I am super excited. Flying into game number 1, this is the easiest match of the entire tournament, so we really want to capitalize and do as well as we possibly can. So right here in game number 1, I was not aware that points for capturing the loot island flag were not being received. Like, I knew that in the Duos Cash Cup they were disabled, but the message that Epic had in the Fortnite lobby specifically said Duos Cash Cups, so I thought to myself that maybe they were still active in solos. So in a way, I'm kind of fighting for this island for nothing other than slurp juice and some really good loot. Just wanted to point that out, and I honestly surprised myself while fighting for this flag. So even though I was not rewarded the 15 points for capturing this flag like you usually would, to me, it really did not matter. This is a massive improvement from me. This is actually the first time that I've captured the island flag in solos this entire season. Just being able to say that I did it was an accomplishment in itself. So now I can go into the rest of this game with full confidence knowing that I did something I hadn't before. I was feeling really good. and I choked the win. There was a moment in that late game where I had height and ended up dropping down because I noticed somebody was using the rocket ram and I thought that they were going to grief me, when in actuality they didn't even rocket ram through the builds I was on. I could have just stayed on height and won the game from up there. That's the thing with me and solos, is I always make these tiny mistakes that end up having the biggest outcome changes. But it's all good because we are now almost already halfway to qual. Going into game number 2, we might have ended up getting that oh so beautiful heavy shotgun. That's a fair weapon, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Floor loot item, by the way, that I just found in the middle of nowhere. Can one-shot players to the head. Very fair item. Here is a strategy that I think is very slept on. You'll notice that I am in the jungle biome. You'll also notice that I have 4 floppers. Pretty insane loot, except I don't have max materials. What I decided to do is I decided to storm camp on purpose in order to take some time to get my mats back up. And you know, since I'm in the jungle biome, there are these shield plants around me that will regenerate my white health as well. So I basically get to sit in storm for free. I don't even really have to use my floppers because I just have those mushrooms. This is going to get me way more stacked and way more prepared to take on this late game. I sat in storm for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, I think. You would be very surprised at how safe you are when you're out here in storm. There's almost always no one else in storm with you. So I did what I had to do. I got all of my mats that I needed. By the way, the reason that I am carrying 2 shotguns is because I am not confident with using the breacher to get kills, mainly because the hipfire has a lot of bloom. So I keep the pump on me as well for if I want to take a fight, and I mainly would just use the breacher to like take out builds really quickly and just to apply pressure. So I rotated all the way from storm into zone, and even though I did not end up getting max mats like I wanted to because I ended up running into this guy, I'm still going into late game looking really strong, and I ended up pulling zone on height. From here, when storm started moving again, I knew that no one was going to be on the side of zone that the storm was moving to because the storm was just there, if that makes any sense. So I decided to be the first person to rotate in, and I got on height on top of this building. And I felt like right here from this point forward on into this game, I end up portraying really well how much I have improved since I've started doing a lot more aim training, and I think you guys are going to see that right here. Oh my goodness gracious, let's go. That was a dumb mistake. I literally just like, I had the heavy, bro, and I just wanted to get in. I can't even lie, bro. We're like 1 game off qual, and there's still an hour left, so chilling. Let's go. So back-to-back games where I had the loot to win the game, I just ended up selling. And you know what? It's honestly okay because at the end of the day, this is the opens. So long as we end up qualifying, I'm happy. That was my goal coming into this season, was to qualify for every single finals in every single solo cash cup this season. I'm happy with the way that I'm playing so long as it is super consistent, and I think I'm doing that. I actually did some live commentary in this game and sort of a tips and tricks style. I've seen a lot of you guys in the comment section say that you love watching these videos because you feel like you can learn something from my gameplay. Even if I'm not some tier 1 pro that makes earnings in every single tournament, I don't think that that is necessarily something that you have to achieve in order to help out other people. Something that I feel we can all relate on is that we are trying our best to improve as players, and at the end of the day, if we don't all become tier 1 pros, it's not even a big deal. We're having fun and we're competing in the game that we love. So right here in game 3, I hope you enjoy. Hope you've been enjoying the video so far to this point. Let's go ahead and just roll the footage. So here's the strat, guys. I am in the old Shattered Slabs vault. I have 4 floppers and there's a med mist beside me. Right there. I noticed that zone pulls through the jungle where all of the shield plants are. So what I'm going to do, is sounds really dumb, but I'm literally just going to storm camp right here for like 3 minutes straight, not even trolling. And I'm not even probably going to touch my floppers. I'm only going to stay in this vault long enough to use that entire med mist. Once I've used this entire med mist, healing off in storm, I'm going to run through this jungle and I'm going to hit all of the shield mushrooms because I already know that zone is going to go to Slappy Shores. What I'm doing is I am ensuring that I make it to late game rather than walking out in the open, middle of nowhere, getting beamed, you know, risking not making it to late game this game. It's just like you get this type of opportunity, right? You see all of these white heals and you know that it goes through a spot that has a lot of those mushrooms for your heals. Why would you not sit in storm, let the game like go on, let people die, especially since this game only has 49 people alive already. The more dead this game becomes, the more points I get out of it. So it's just like optimal to sit here in storm. But this is a solo cash cup video, but I feel like some of my solo cash cup videos end up being shorter than like, you know, the rest of my like tournament videos. I don't know, I felt like throwing in some of these tips and showing you guys like how I play some of the games of my tournament, because like I'm right on the brink of qual. Like I'm only like 1 late game away. It actually pulls up to brutal, which is even better for me, honestly. Like, you know, nobody's gonna be out here in the middle of Shattered and Storm. Like, it's just the safest spot on the map, you know? And then you can worry about your rotate later. Like, look, it goes up to my cache. This is a beautiful rotate for me. Like, this is the best play I could have made. Like, obviously I didn't know that my cache was just gonna spawn right there and it'd be like perfect like dead side rotate or anything, but like it just worked out, you know? You do have to keep track of how much damage you have taken, because it's like the 500 damage taken from Storm Mark that you start to get Storm Sickness, and you really don't want to have to deal with that. So honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the rest of this med mist right here all the way up to a max, and I'm gonna start moving into zone now. And see, I just outlived like 10 more people, you know, where I could have been like risking getting fried on my rotate. And we'll make it to the jungle where the shield mushrooms are, so I don't even have to use my floppers in this heal off. If I want to, I could even use one of these bad boys. Take me all the way to the jungle. Perfect rotate. So I'm gonna run through here and hit these plants just like I talked about. I also have Mud Warrior, so that's also healing me, I believe. Look, already max HP again, and someone did get my cash, which is unfortunate, so I'll probably just choose not to play for it this game. Like, I don't need it. If I just need 65 points to qual, all I need to do is get like a top 8 this game. And look, now there's no one here that I have to worry about on my rotate whatsoever. But these are exotic chugs, and I really want to buy them. We're so stacked, and like we haven't even had like one altercation this whole time. My mats are still amazing, and it's all because I decided to storm tank at the beginning of the game. All right, let's see where this zone pulls. Hopefully not too far, but we'll see. Honestly, it could have been worse. We are simply going to use this ridge to protect our side as we rotate right here.
Wasted a good bit of mats, but we'll probably get a refresh, so I'm not too worried about it. That guy just wanted to be a goober and just like not rotate and shoot me in the back because he has 0 IQ, but it's okay. Okay, this time it pulls afar again. So what I'm gonna try to do, I know it's a waste of mats, I get that, but I'm gonna build this box above me. I'm gonna build this box above me like this, because I want to be on a solid elevation when I go to do this cone trick with my rocket ramp. I could actually tank. There's a med mist right beside me. Yeah, I'm gonna tank this and then I'm gonna rocket. That's the plan. I have so many whites, it would be foolish to not tank, because like it's already so congested right here, right? Yeah, it's only a 5 tech. This is perfect for me. Do not want to land in one of these trees. I'll say that. Hit that guy really hard, but I don't want to die to a third party anytime soon. Wow, there was really a guy behind me. We called off that game. Can't even be upset about that. I knew there was a possibility he was sitting there, but I don't even care. We qualled. That's all I care about. 3 games, all it took. 26 minutes left on the timer because we played out pretty much every single game until late game. So now that we've qualified for finals, I can kind of play the rest of this cash cup in the way that I want to. So we're just trying to wrap up opens as strong as we can. No shot, he just let me kill him, bro. What? No way, you goofy goober. How do you let me do that to you? Wow. I mean, hey, I can't complain. Buddy was go. Oh my gosh. There's a guy. You are so goofy. What are you thinking, buddy? And I love being qualled early. It just makes the game so much more less stressful. Wait, so much more less? Is that what I just... Never back down, never what? I feel like at this point I have to throw at least one of those in the video. Like, never back down, never what? Yeah, you're dead, buddy.
I'll keep it a buck with you. Nothing else really happened in this game. Like, I made it all the way to late game, but then this guy was like in storm, and yeah, I died. We did end up playing one more game of opens after that, but again, I made it to late game with like insane loot, but 0 kills, and I got sprayed and died again. So we ended opens on 86 points this week, which was only 1 more point than last week, but overall, I felt like I played a lot better. I'll go ahead and show you the match history right now for my opens performance. Honestly, pretty consistent. I'm happy with it. And now we can go ahead and jump into the finals. In game number 1, I was shambles. This guy pulls up on me. I didn't make it very far. So we started off with a little bit of a dud. It's okay because we still have 2 more chances. In the next game, we actually made it all the way to late game, and we had really good loot. So this side of the zone was 10 times more congested than I thought it was, and it ended up getting me lobby focused, and I went down. This is only my second finals of the season, and these are some of the first late games that I've even made in finals matches this season, so it's definitely still early on, and I'm trying to learn what to do and what not to do. But finally, right here in game 3, I felt like I really made a breakthrough. This is by far the best finals match I've played in solos at all in this entire season. I hope you're prepared.
What? Bro, I got shot in the back, man. So a really painful way to go out in the final game, but I feel like overall this week, I made a ton of improvements and a lot of progress within my game. I feel like I got some really good games there that I can go back and VOD review so that I can be prepared going into week 3, and who knows, maybe even make my first earnings. If you made it this far into the video, you are an absolute beast, and it means the most to me. You don't even understand. Be sure to comment the blue heart emoji down in the comment section below. You already know I'm trying to see who the real ones are. Stay tuned to the channel this week. At the end of the week on Friday, we're going to be doing my org announcement. It's super hype. And again, thank you all so much for returning for another video. If you want to see another video of mine, it's on screen now. That would mean a lot to me. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you all in the very next video. Peace.